2 pages, and it will be available on our website the moment you leave this room. In order to save the state money, we only provided you the executive summary, but provided you don't all download at the same time, you all should be able to get your own 102-page plan in the next day or two. It is a relentlessly optimistic and confident plan. And that confidence and that optimism comes from Governor Strickland and our team. No one would deny that we are in the midst of what some would call an economic perfect storm. And there is no doubt that at the same time we are creating jobs and retaining jobs. In some cases we are losing jobs. And many of you are aware of recent decisions by DHL or General Motors and Moraine and others that we are struggling with right now. But it's also important to keep this in context. We are in a process of what sometimes in economic theory is called creative destruction, where jobs are created and lost all within the same day, and the same hour sometimes, because the world is coming at us at lightning speed. More children will take the SAT this year in English who live in China than who live in the United States of America. We are living and engaging and working and competing in a global competitive economy. And although we will begin to measure ourselves first and foremost by those states that border us, in the end, we must measure ourselves in the coming years and decades by what other countries do, not just what other states do. Governor Strickland said that if Ohio were a separate country, we would be the 25th largest country in the world. But if MySpace, the website, which didn't even exist less than a decade ago, were a separate country, it would be the 8th largest country in the world. Some of you have heard me say that there will be more text messages sent today, before we all go to bed, that exceed the total population of the planet. And some of you also have heard me say that 42% of those messages will be sent by my 17-year-old daughter, Jessica. But the point simply is that a strategic plan, the moment it is written, is out of date. So we recognize that this has to be a living, breathing document that changes with the circumstances, but at the same time, it serves as a compass, it serves as a roadmap, it serves as a guide, not as an inflexible bureaucratic document in which we feel like we have to dot every I and cross every T, but we do need a roadmap, or we wander in the economic wilderness, and that is not what we're about. We are going to grow the income of Ohioans. We are going to create and retain more jobs for Ohioans. And we're going to bring innovation and creativity, the hallmark of America and the hallmark of Ohio, because we may not be able to compete every day with Mexico or China or India on the basis of cost, but we can, will, must, and always have to compete with them on the basis of ideas and in knowledge and in creativity and entrepreneurship, which is why our partnership with the Chancellor and the University System of Ohio and the Board of Regents is instrumental and indispensable to doing all these things, including raising the average per capita income of every Ohioan.